What's up, guys? Jack DiBenedetto, BrickHousePower.com, and it is banana eating break time, where we do things like a bad girl and get straight to the point.
Who eats them horizontally?
My mother said that's how good girls do it.
Okay, so we're going to talk about using heavy singles in training as a daily max or weekly max to base your training off of. Is it useful? Should everybody be using it? So on and so forth. I'm going to keep this video as short as possible and straight to the point. And if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe, share with your friends. I'm trying to grow the channel. So, people that should be using it. If you are better at reps, let's say you use 85% of your max and you can do it for 10 reps, you're probably better at reps, right? Because typically most people that are well trained can't do 10 reps with 85% of their max. They just can't. They're able to recruit more muscle fibers and put a lot more force into the bar. 10 reps is quite a bit of reps with 85%. So that being said, that means that you're probably bad at doing singles more than you are at doing reps. So you need more practice with doing reps with a heavier workload. People that are doing really good at doing singles probably don't need to do this as much. They're explosive. They have a lot of fast twitch muscle fibers, and they can do this with their eyes closed, no problem. Doesn't mean they don't have to do it or they shouldn't do it. Just means that they don't really need it as much as the people that can do a lot of reps. Now, what are the RPE or RIR that you should be using? I would recommend leaving probably 2 reps left in the tank for a single, so going up to around 90% would be a good place to go. It's not going to be too taxing, especially for like bench press. For squat, I'd probably go up to I'd probably leave like 3 reps left in the tank, depending on where you are in the training cycle. Later on in the training cycle, I would probably leave like 2 reps left in the tank, because you're going to be backing off the volume anyway, so you can really recover. For deadlift, I don't think you need these, because you should be doing just single reps anyway, and then backing off, grabbing the butt. If you're doing multiple reps in a set, back off, grab the weight again, reset. I learned that from Matt Gary, and that advice really stuck with me years ago. I learned that probably like, it's got to be 12, 15 years ago from him, and it really stuck with me, and it made a huge difference in my training and the way I train people. So thanks to Matt for that. So why are these actually good? 1, very sport specific. 2, you will know where you are, your strength level is, better than just kind of guessing, right? When we do rep work and we use those rep calculators, they can be far off. But when we do these heavier singles at 8 RPE or leaving 2 RIR, we can really get close to that estimated max, and we can know if we're improving, if the training we're doing is right, or if the training we're doing is bad. It's not working so good. If we need some rest, if we need to back off, if we need to push a little harder. It's a really great way for coaches and for athletes to know what to do next. So to put it simply, it's a tool in your toolbox. It's a great way to get you to that higher level. If you don't have these velocity meters, if you don't have a coach that's standing there watching you every second, but instead having to watch you on video, because we all know, watching somebody in person, we have that instant feedback rather than having to watch them a week later or a month later on a video. We do our best as coaches, but watching somebody and giving them instant feedback is always going to be far superior, right? Do I think people should use them? Yeah, I think people should definitely use them. But I think the people that should use them, again, are people that are not good at singles, people that can really understand their body and know whether or not they are hitting a true 8 RPE or 2 RIR, whatever you want to use. Because if you go over that, you're playing in deep water there. If you go under, then every percentage that you use after that for your back down sets plays off of that number. So you really have to be honest with yourself. And even if you're honest and you're off because you don't really know your body, you're messing up. So maybe do a mini cycle where you're not even close to a meet. See how it works. Play with the numbers. Be very, very truthful with yourself. And if it worked, awesome. Keep them in. If it didn't work and you're still not used to your body yet and you don't know how to really listen to it, then take them out. Those are the upsides. There's really no downside to it, except if you kind of overdo it. Then you can really, tax your central nervous system, and the risk of injury goes through the roof and stuff like that because now you're overdoing it. I will say this though, if you are training, your frequency is high, I do not do this every time. Say you bench 3 times a week. Do not do this 3 times a week. Do it on your main heavy day and then use that number to base that week's training off of. So say you get an estimated max on that single of 300 pounds. That's your numbers. That's your percentages for that week. You do that instead. That's a good place to start. Same thing for the squat, same thing for the deadlift. All right, guys. I hope that helps. Like, subscribe, comment. If you have any questions, I'll talk to you guys later. Remember to eat your bananas horizontally like a good girl.